Yo, what up, squad? All right, y'all. So it looks like, man, PlayStation, y'all, has recently gave us a brand new update in regards to the PlayStation Portal, which is the 5.0.0 version, which just came out a little while ago, man. And it came with a bunch of features that we're going to actually walk through in this video right here about the new sorting option, the capture gameplay option, being able to now be placed inside of a queue, which I didn't even know that was a thing. And now a new pausing feature, man, and a whole lot more. But also with this update here, there was a lot of people out there, which is kind of part of the reason why I kind of wanted to wait and drop this video here, because there's a lot of people out there that's been experiencing some major issues when it came to connectivity after this update. But don't worry, y'all, man, because I'm going to show you guys how to fix all of that right here in this video here. And I'm going to basically be the one-stop shop for showing you all of the new features of this, as well as the issues in regards to connectivity and how to fix it. Let's talk about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and just start this video off here, man, just showing you exactly how to update your PlayStation Portal in two different ways. Now I'm going to walk you guys through this real quick. All right, so the first way, what you're going to do here is, as soon as you guys boot up your PlayStation Portal, you're going to be greeted with this system software update screen. All you want to do is just press on the download button here at the bottom, and then it's going to go ahead and do its thing. All right, so another way you guys can do this, let's say you guys are already inside of your PlayStation Portal and you're like, well, CKid, I didn't restart mine. So all you guys got to do is just go ahead and swipe from the right. You're going to go to settings, and then you're going to go to where it says system. And then here you're going to go to system software. You're going to go to update system software. And then in here is where it's going to have, you know, all of the information for you guys to be able to do the update right there. But since I've already done mine, then you can see right here, I am on the latest 5.0.0. So definitely make sure you guys are in there in that 5.0.0. In regards to that, and then just like that, you should be in there. All right, y'all, so now that we got everything here all updated, man, we finally inside here. Let me go ahead and walk you guys through each of the features that we're not getting in this brand new 5.0.0 on the PlayStation Portal, which, I'm gonna be honest, still kind of got me in awe, man, with just how much support as well as future updates that PlayStation has given us for the PlayStation Portal, which, again, is just a $200 device, and is now well worth, in my opinion, the investment into your gaming or just your love of gaming. All right, now the first feature I want to go ahead and talk with you guys about and show you in this video that was added is the new sorting option here on the top right hand side. Now you guys can see here within the cloud streaming beta platform here, there's now a new sorting option here that has been added on the left hand side, and you can see we can sort by recently added to PlayStation Plus. We can sort by the name from A to Z, also the name Z to A, as well as release dates being old to new or new to old. Now for me, I love this feature, man. I think this is dope that they added this to it, because for a long time, man, it was hard to just kind of being able to go through, and you just have to keep scrolling this crazy, crazy long library. And when you're like, man, what is the newest games that's in here? Well, I can now go by release date from new to old, which is typically what I do. Or if I just want to see what was added to the PlayStation Plus cloud streaming account, I can just click on recently added to PlayStation Plus, and then boom, it's going to show me all of the latest and greatest that was added in here, man. Again, that Prince of Persia, which is dope that they added that in there, man. But like I said, man, I just think overall, y'all, this was a great addition that they added to the cloud streaming platform. All right, and so the next thing I want to show you guys, man, is the capture gameplay option. I'm so hyped that they finally added this here onto our cloud streaming platform here. So in order for you guys to be able to use this, you can just press the capture button here once, and it's now going to pop open your capture gameplay menu option here at the bottom. Now, one of the things you want to do here is scroll all the way over to the right where it says capture options, and you're going to go ahead and open that up, and you want to make sure you turn on auto record recent gameplay. This is going to allow you guys to be able to capture up to the last 3 minutes of your recent gameplay for you guys to be able to save to your storage, right? Now, the next thing you want to do here is, let's say I want to be able to capture a screen capture. All you guys have to do is just press and hold, and then it's going to now capture a screen capture of the latest thing that I just captured, which is right here. Or let's say I want to go ahead and record a lot of my gameplay. I can just double press, and then you're going to see here in the top right hand corner that you're going to see that it has now started to record, and it has captured that last footage. Or you can go ahead and just press on it one time, and then you can scroll over to where it says start new recording, press on it, and then it's going to go ahead and start your recording in the top right hand corner of the screen. All right, now the next feature, y'all, is the queue feature. Now you're probably sitting there, you're like, CKid, bro, what the heck is this queue feature that you're talking about? Listen, y'all, I'll be 100% honest with y'all, man. I have yet to experience this or have even known that this was even a thing, all right? But now you guys can actually wait your turn to play when the streaming server in itself is full. Now, I'll be honest, again, I didn't even know that this was even a thing to where the streaming service would even be full and then you would just kind of have to wait there or anything like that, because all of the experience I've had, I've just been able to get right into the game. Also, the estimated wait time is going to be displayed on the screen for that gaming session, as well as it's going to automatically start as soon as it's your turn to be able to get inside of that server for that particular game. It's kind of a dope feature to at least know like where you were at in the queue, so that way you're not just kind of sitting there on your screen thinking that something is wrong. All right, now this next feature here, y'all, has to deal with pausing your game during a cloud streaming gaming session. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man, I haven't really gotten this feature to really work how it's supposed to work, but I'm gonna still run down to you guys how it's supposed to work in certain situations. I'm assuming maybe it's dealing with certain types of games, but y'all let me know. So let's say you guys are in a game like I'm in right now. Supposedly, if I open the PlayStation Portal menu here on the side, it's supposed to pause the game by either tapping on the PlayStation button, or if I'm swiping over from the right side of the screen, or if I go ahead and I tap on the quick menu icon from the status bar, it's also supposed to pause as well. Now, the next way that you guys can actually pause your game, now this one here actually worked for me. If I press the power button once, it's going to now put it into a rest mode and the game is actually going to be paused. Now, you guys can unpause it by just pressing the button again, pressing on the PlayStation button to be able to unlock it, and then boom, you're back into your game. Now, keep in mind, it will not stay paused forever. If it is in that rest mode for longer than 15 seconds, then the cloud streaming session in itself will be disconnecting and it's going to take you right back to your main screen. So just be conscious of that whenever you guys are using that and you're inside of a game during your cloud streaming session. And the last way the gameplay will be paused within the system is if you got a system error message that's going to be displayed at the bottom of your screen. Now, this one here probably is going to be the most rare one to happen unless you actually get those connectivity issues that I'm going to be telling you guys in a little bit on how to actually fix. But overall, man, I think this is a dope addition to the pause feature. I just need it to work whenever I swipe over to the right, or if I press the PlayStation button to bring up the menu. But either way, it's still dope. Now, this next feature here is, I feel like it's a much needed one if you guys are somebody that's like me that likes to put their system down without logging out of the game first, y'all. And this is the notification of inactivity. Now, this is actually going to be something that's going to be similar to what we've seen whenever we play games like Call of Duty, when you guys get kicked for inactivity. Well, now the PlayStation Portal in itself will send you guys a system notification when you guys are streaming your session and letting you guys know that it is about to close due to inactivity of over 10 minutes, which to me is clutch. Now, I do feel like this feature here is mainly going to be perfect for saving on battery life overall, while also freeing up a lot of that server space for somebody else to be able to get off of that queue list that we just talked about and be able to get inside of the game. And the last feature here, man, is the latest update to the PlayStation Portal, and that is a user feedback screen. Now, this is an area now where a user or a gamer like you and I can actually send user feedback at the end of a streaming session to be able to rate the quality of the streaming experience. I feel like, y'all, this is vital to just the overall success of the PlayStation streaming service, as well as the PlayStation Portal, along with the newest one that I just talked about that's going to be linked right up here that you guys can check out to just give us a better overall experience with this gen as well as the next gen that I talked about in this video. All right, so now that we've pretty much gotten all of the cool new features out of the way, man, one main issue that some people out there, I feel like they were having with this latest update is the connectivity issues. Now, even though PlayStation acknowledged that not everyone saw this issue, but they did mention that they saw enough reports to be able to recognize that this is not an isolated issue and it's something that they pretty much need to address. So Sony, y'all, is offering a temporary fix to the people that were affected by this issue in regards to this update. So again, just make sure you are cognizant of this before you guys make this update. Now, you guys can actually contact PlayStation support, which seems to resolve the issue for a lot of people that were out there. Now, let's say you're probably sitting out there, you're like, well, CKid, bro, I don't really want to contact PlayStation support. I just want to kind of go through it and just do it myself. Is there a way that I can do that on my own? And the answer to that question is yes. And I'm about to show you guys that right now. Now, here you guys can actually see that I'm inside of a game. Let me go ahead and boot out of this, man. So let me go ahead and close the game here. Now, all of this is going to be done on your PS5. PS5. So the first thing you want to do is clear out your PS5 console cache. And don't worry, y'all, this will not remove or delete any of your game data or anything like that. But you will need to be able to sign back into your account. So hopefully you remember to do that, all right? But to do this, first you want to go ahead and turn off your PS5. Then step 2, you're going to press and hold the power button for a few seconds. Then you're going to go ahead and release it once you hear that second beep. And then step 3, you want to go ahead and connect the DualSense controller up to your PS5 using the USB cable that came with it. Then you're going to go ahead and press on the PlayStation button on that controller to be able to allow it to put into safe mode. Now, once you guys do that, you're going to move over to step 4 to where you're going to select the rebuild database option and select clear cache. And from there, man, it's going to restart your PS5 and the players will have to repeat. And then from there, you're going to go ahead and repeat that process all over again that I just mentioned to you guys, man, meaning you will repeat the same steps 1 through 4 that I just talked about, and you're going to do it again. Once you guys have done it twice, now it's time to move on to step 5, which is to be able to select and restore default settings. And then from there, when you guys are done, you're going to go ahead and launch your games and you're going to be all back and you're going to be connected up, and then your whole issues is going to be done. All right. So hopefully you guys follow through all of those steps that I just showed you guys. And then from there, you're going to be able to connect your PlayStation Portal back up to your PS5 Pro or your PS5 Slim or the OG PS5. Now, this should all work. However, if it doesn't work, I will go ahead and include a direct link for you guys to PlayStation's blog site in the description below, where they do put another option that you can go through and you can try that. If that option that I just told you about doesn't work, you can try that one, and I'll link you to that one down below. But that's about it, man. Just wanted to make sure I give you guys a full update of all of the new features, as well as how to fix the connectivity issues in regards to the PlayStation Portal to the PS5, as far as clearing out the cache and how to actually do that. But if you guys have any questions, man, let me know down in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Happy gaming, squad. We out.